G'day guys and welcome back to Doctor Who. This is episode 3. Previously on, we had the God of Light, Lux Imperator. We had a 1952 cinema. He had trapped a bunch of people in a roll of film. We had to blow everything up, essentially, set everything on fire, and he became one with everything, something like that. Like he expanded to infinite size because of the sun and the light and the energy from that. So I assume he's not coming back. I assume he's dead-ish. I mean, he's out there just spread across all the space, I guess. Let's see, man. Belinda, she started off kind of unwilling to be with the Doctor and just wanting to go home. But now I think she's just accepted the fact that it's going to take a while, and now she's just kind of fully on board with everything. Now, before we get to next episode, I just want to read out a couple of comments that I got from the last episode, and thank you very much for that. And we'll start with Judge Joseph Dredd, 1989, who says, "This episode was garbage. This is not Doctor Who. People seem to think you're a bot or something. You've commented that same comment on a bunch of other channels and other videos. So, I don't know. I will say that this is Doctor Who. You can like it, you can hate it, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is Doctor Who. And as far as this episode for being garbage was, I do not agree. I said it was weird. I didn't say it was either bad. I didn't say it was great either. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it was just weird, not garbage. I will never say that. But yeah, so I don't agree with that statement at all. We move on to Hoovian Trev, who says, "Your anger at the woman at 18 minutes 28 seconds was unwarranted. The version of her that reported the Doctor to the police was actually just Lux messing with the Doctor's mind. The Doctor sees right through the facade when the Doctor called out the police uniform as being wrong. In other words, that wasn't her. Only the version of her that met the Doctor in the diner and was there to greet her son Tommy at the end were the real versions." Yeah, I understood that. I was attempting to make a joke. Probably didn't come across that way, but I understood what was happening. And I believe her son was the Austin Powers looking guy that I mentioned there at the end as well. But yes, thank you for clarifying, but I did understand. Obviously, I'll try to make my jokes a little more obvious next time, but thank you. And we will end with Damn Quilty, who says, "First unwilling companions, Barbara and Ian be like, excuse you." I assume those two are classic Who companions. I've not watched any classic Doctor Who, so I don't actually know. I believe I did ask if someone could tell me if she was the first unwilling one, so thank you for that. Thank you for telling me that she wasn't, even though like now it's kind of a moot point because she is willing. I was kind of hoping it would last a bit longer than it did, but I mean, it lasted an episode, so disappointing for that, but thank you for filling me in with that information. And that's it. But thank you for the comments, guys. Keep them coming with all your thoughts, your theories. Whether you like the episode, whether you hate it, I'd love to hear it. And I will read those comments out on the next episode. It is just a way for me to communicate with viewers and stuff like that, with the community. So I really appreciate all the love and support y'all can give me. But now, let's get to episode 3, shall we? Battle outfit.
Hiya, I hope you don't mind. My name is the Doctor. This is Belinda. Touch! Auto shields!
I wonder if they're fighting Vilengard. Or if this is Vilengard. Our Sky really does suck.
yourselves. Immediately.
They did already. That's Belinda. They're dropping in.
Officer back at base. Squadron leader Chinchapa. Well, I'm higher than Chinchapa, see? Apologies. I am platoon leader Shaya Castalian. I was not informed of your presence.
That's the point. We're like mystery shoppers. Now, we just need to vindicate.
Vindication!
So, we've got 5 hours.
Huh.
Can we breathe for 5 hours?
You can breathe in that suit for 5 months.
Cool.
Imagine I don't know anything about this mission. Tell me from scratch, what the hell are you doing here? Because galvanic radiation is tough. Nothing can live on a rock like this. But you've traveled all this way. What for?
Rocks.
15 days ago, all contact was lost. Base went silent. How many colonists? 35. Trooper 3, any signs of life?
Nothing. No movement.
That was an info drop.
Troopers! Advance.
I feel like this is already a much different Doctor Who episode than what we've seen before. Whether it's like the music or the cinematography in general, like, it feels very different than something we've seen before.
Half of them have been shot. Half of them have been assaulted. What sort of fight is that?
An infection of some kind?
What do we do then?
What we should have done in the first place. Move this site from orbit.
There's a heartbeat.
I'm with that guy, honestly.
Hands up.
Is it going to be a little girl in a ventilation shaft?
You, do not move. Eyes on me at all times. Do you understand?
That's cool.
I need you to keep everything audible. No private conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say there was no translations on that one.
They all went mad. Every single person just went mad, and it all happened so fast.
Is it something that they could hear? Because she's deaf, she can't hear it.
Can I ask, you've been on your own for a long time?
15 days.
What happened? Do you know? They all went crazy. Was there noise? A gas?
Is there noise, really?
There's a mercury drop. Was there any mercury that escaped? Well, be careful of her.
I can still let breathe.
Whoops.
Bandages, swabs. Similin.
Similin. She used that stuff in like the first episode?
That's so kind.
Well, that's a look. If a fucking alien pops out of that woman's chest.
So in this century, Lombardo is a joint foundation with planet Earth. Belinda's from Earth.
Or?
Planet Earth.
Never heard of him.
Stupid name for a planet.
But the human race, you've heard of that.
Not on these parts.
But Earth is part of the foundation right now. That's a fact.
Your tests are very strange.
Hmm.
No,
The Earth was destroyed. I think he's finally figuring that out now.
it's bad luck, me and the doctor coming along. Because you were a squad of 11 and we made it 13. You both say funny things. What does that mean? Oh, is that gone? 13 is unlucky. Is that an old Earth thing? An old what thing? Earth.
Okay, and they're both discovering the Earth is being destroyed.
What's that then? Have you ever heard of what?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
What is it?
What is it? What happened?
I thought I saw.
Is it her shadow or something? Is there something on her back? Like what?
I'm getting paranoid.
What did you see?
I didn't.
Good work. You put every soldier there on edge.
Because the doctor said, and I should mention I hardly know him, isn't that strange? But he's the expert. And he said to me that everyone's.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, dude?
What did she do?
No, she didn't do anything. I'm stupid. There's nothing there.
Jesus Christ, you're seeing something. Yeah,
What
exactly.
did you see?
This is how it started. This is how I ended up killing my friend before she killed me. There is absolutely nothing behind me.
Except there is.
Okay.
And you can only see it if you're standing right in front of her.
Hanno,
360.
I'll keep guard. Bridge is too deep.
We don't know what it is.
Oh. Oh, my old head.
So this is something that's happened before, I take it.
When you say carbon,
Carbon 46.
then the definition of that is?
Diamonds. This is a diamond mine. The entire surface of this planet was once made out of diamonds.
What?
It's a diamond mine.
Planet called?
6767.
The old name. 400,000 years ago, what was the planet called?
It was called Midnight.
Ah, fuck.
Been here before.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. I don't think the doctor actually solved this problem, right?
Something is standing behind. Then why don't we get rid of you?
Because if you kill me, it go behind you.
And that's why everyone killed each other.
Kill each other to get rid of it. But if you kill the host, it jump over to you. It hide behind your back and it stays there forever.
Doctor, you said you'd been here before. When was that?
A different life. Back when the world was made of diamonds. And I met something
Hmm.
so vile. It had no face, no name.
Unfortunately, I don't really remember the episode.
Clearly bodies have been broken by some kinetic force, manipulated either by Fenley or by something in collusion with or in control of her. And I maintain...
No, don't!
It's not behind her.
Either we disprove this story or we meet the enemy. Prepare to engage.
Don't look. Don't look.
Shut up!
They're on a watch face. Yep. Right behind her. Terrifying. Why do they keep moving behind her?
Cassio, turn away!
Cassio, no! Pass Trooper 1. Alice, turn 180.
Oh, fuck. That's one way to get rid of your problem, I guess. Holy shit.
My old friend. You have waited 400,000 years. Who are you?
Is it one of the Pantheon?
It's free real estate. He knows my name.
Oh, the shadow going across that girl's back. And it's gone.
Right hand pipe vent! Mercury. This mine operates a line drop of Mercury 16.
Okay.
It's reflective. It broke off.
That's why the... Yeah.
See itself.
What will it do to me?
Alice, whatever it does to you, Yeah, you have got us.
It'll kill itself?
Okay? Everybody, eyes on Alice. Yeah?
We're gonna see it.
She just can't turn.
I don't know.
That's such a cool shot, though.
Run!
Make sure it can't attach itself to someone.
I want to see it.
Pity we can't.
Troopers 7 and 9, you go first. Get Alice out.
Look like a cat of some kind.
Helmets.
Sheesh.
What was that?
Nobody stand behind someone.
It's not me.
It's one of them gonna have to jump down the well.
No.
Belinda.
No.
No, but Belinda, it might not
No,
be.
no.
You hear the whispering.
It's whispering.
Stand behind me.
Doctor.
I promised that I would keep you safe. And I am telling that thing behind you, whatever you are, you can walk the universe
I think she's gonna stand in the way, I think.
if you just set her free.
You just see it moving behind her.
Physical construction of this human race, is it similar to Lombardic?
What?
Is the torso constructed the same?
Seems likely.
A shot fired 3 millimeters above the superior vena cava of the heart could mean death, or it could mean the narrowest of survival.
No.
You want to shoot her in above the heart?
It's a very good shot.
God damn.
But it'll go to you.
This is my job.
Told you she was gonna step in. It's a hell of a sacrifice.
Power up to 60 and apply to the heart.
She's going to the well.
Officer Shia Castalian Squadron 775. I ran as a child. I ran.
What the hell? Why didn't we get that story? Shit. Okay, so she's still alive. She needs old Simon. So this problem is still unsolved then. Interesting. Wonder if it's going to come back again in the future.
And Troop Leader Shire should be recommended for posthumous recognition. Bravery in the face of impossible odds. And
That's a shitload of buttons.
the doctor gave orders to follow his advice. Nuke the site from orbit, never to return.
And this doctor, what do we know about him?
We thought he was sent by you. He's got this sort of cargo on the
Fucking Christ. Mrs. Flood.
Carrying this.
Yep.
Yes. He was, yes.
Well, that's exactly what I needed to know. Just as I predicted. A vindicator. In action. That's very good news.
Okay. Getting a little bit more on Mrs. Flood, but how the fuck is she here? He just left her here.
What was
Oh,
that noise?
she's here.
Do you know what, Val? I've got absolutely no idea. I've got to write the report and I couldn't even begin to tell you what happened.
There's something behind you.
What?
What the fuck? That's not what she wants to hear.
What is it?
Well, fuck. I heard that little whisper there. This episode, so much better than the last one. Holy moly. Okay, so this is related to Midnight, which if I'm remembering correctly, was season 4. I don't recall which episode, and unfortunately, I don't really remember the episode at all. So I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it, just so I'm full of more information. But that was about 400,000 years ago, maybe, or was it 500,000 years ago? It must have been about 500. I'm not sure. There's a couple of dates. But he was there at some point, didn't solve the problem. There was that one, we saw a flash of that one woman that they kind of just left there. This was back before, it was over 400,000 years ago. Because they said 400,000 years ago, they were mining the diamonds, and then the wars came, and then the planet went to shit after that. And so he was here probably just a little bit before that. Yeah, galvanic radiation. That's something I've heard before. Let me just Google that really quick. Okay. There was a galvanic beam. It's an energy weapon that unit owned that was capable of firing a powerful red laser as far as the Earth's atmosphere. Operated on galvanic radiation, the beam required an entire grounds team to monitor and prepare for its usage, with the designated armorer typically manning the controls to aim and fire. In 2023, Unit HQ in London had a galvanic beam at their disposal, a large energy weapon which could be used to destroy satellites. It used a highly focused charge laser which could supposedly zero in on a pebble on the moon. Yeah, the 14th Doctor was forced to regenerate after being assaulted with the galvanic beam in the chest by the toy maker. Okay. Was there anything else I want to look at? Maybe Carbon 46. Because I think they said it was diamond stuff. I don't know. The Google AI is saying it typically refers to a specific size or type of carbon fiber product, often used in cycling or other applications requiring high strength and lightweight materials. Common for road racing and time trials, or a chain ring of 46 teeth. Carbon 46 is used in watches. The WEMP Iron Walker Chronograph 46 features a carbon fiber case for extra toughness and durability. Carbon automotive carbon fiber, including 46mm components, is used in automotive applications to reduce weight and improve performance. So everything's just about like racing and stuff. So unfortunately, it's like I said, I just don't recall the episode all that well, so I can't really talk about the continuation of this story to that one, because I even forget how that episode ends. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to rewatch so I can probably talk about it more, but I mean, there's other small things, like obviously they didn't know what Earth was or what the human race was. There was some form of separation somewhere down the line. They have different but very similar physiologies. So they're not humans, they're something else, but they're still humanoid, I guess, like human-like. And obviously we know, we obviously knew before all this that the Earth had been destroyed and blah, blah, but the Doctor and Belinda hadn't known that. They just know that they couldn't get to May 24th because they were bouncing off that date and they had no idea what was going on. But now I think that obviously they're aware that the human race doesn't exist 500,000 years into the future. No one's heard of Earth, that sort of thing. No one's heard of Earth, no one's heard of humans, that sort of thing. So a bigger mystery there. But yeah, otherwise, that's all I've got to talk about. Mrs. Flood showed up at the end. She was aware of what a Vindicator is, and she's obviously aware of something in the future or the past, whichever you want to look at. This is 500,000 years into the future from where we last saw her, but she knew what a Vindicator was, and she was looking for an image of it being in action. She said that was exactly what she was looking for, a Vindicator in action. So hopefully Mrs. Flood is the bad guy in all of this in this season. Hopefully this stuff doesn't continue into next season where she shows up every episode for a little bit. But she could. I mean, she could just be passing on information to whoever the actual bad guy is. But we don't know. We don't know what it is. Yeah, not much else to talk about, really. Just this episode was very well done, much better than the last episode. This obviously has a bit of a thriller aspect to it. It was a very much a different episode than what we've seen recently, I think, in this season or even last season. It was very, very well done. I very much enjoyed it. I just wish I remembered that season 4 episode so that I could enjoy it a bit more. I'm sure people have seen it, have remembered it, and they're probably enjoying it. Let me know if you actually do remember it, because I don't. Let me know what you think about this sort of continuation of that story. Do you want to see more of that this season with some other unsolved issues down the line, whether it was like the 2005 series or the classic Who? Do you want to see more continuations of that? We had that last season. I mean, we did have that. And it was just, this was kind of unexpected. But do you want to see more of this kind of story where they try to solve some unsolved mysteries from previous Doctor iterations? Not that there would be much of them. From what I recall, there might be some. I know the royal family is supposed to be like werewolves or something, so there could be something there. Do you try to solve the Vashta Narada from like the library? Do they show up someplace else? But who knows? Let me know what you'll think in the comment section down below. And again, I will read those comments out next episode as a way to help me communicate with the community, with the audience. But that is it for this episode, guys. You have to join me next Saturday for episode 4. But in the meantime, as usual, if you'll enjoy this reaction and want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join me next time. And I'll see you there. Bye, guys.